amici e amiche, siamo qui per il nostro racconto dei partecipanti all'Eurofesta il 13 di dicembre alla eWork Arena di Busto Arsizio. Diamo il benvenuto ad Aiko. Hi, welcome.
Hello, hi. I hope that was a nice introduction.
For sure. So, first of all, Aiko, let us know how you felt when they were asked you to participate in the first Eurovision party in Italy.
Oh, super excited, of course. I've been to Italy a few times, but last time was like, I want to say like 5 years ago, something like that. So it's really exciting. And I'm also like really looking forward to see some of the contestants again. Because I saw that Raven is also going to be there, Kyle Alessandro, I think.
Yeah?
So it's gonna be nice to chat with all of the people that I know, and it's just like a little reunion for us as well, right?
Yeah, and at the moment, the participation at the Eurofesta will be the last concert for this year in your tour. So, what do we have to expect from your exhibition?
I mean, at the Eurofesta, we are playing together with Kat. It's a performance of us together. And we are only playing a few songs. Unfortunately, we can't really do a whole set in there, but we'll be right after tour. So I think we'll be like very deeply in performance mode at that point. So it's always really like when you start the tour, you're a bit nervous. You're like, is everything's gonna work? Everything's gonna be good. And then like you ease into it. So I believe that like that's gonna be the cherry on the top, let's say.
Yeah, and you also recorded already a song with Kat, Mi Amor. How this idea born?
So Mi Amor was born right after Eurovision, actually. I went into a writing session with another Eurovision artist, actually, with Thea, and I was just debriefing and telling her the whole story of like how me and Kat met, because we're friends as well, right? And I was just like telling her all of the gossip and everything. So she was like, "Oh my God, we have to write a song now." And we did. We wrote a song about how me and Kat met and how sort of like the whole love story, and I showed it to Kat. She loved it. I'm really glad she did. And we just had like a fun idea to make a Spanish version as well, because it's sort of also like honoring Kat's roots, right? She's from Spain. So she sort of, I'm not going to take any credit. She was the one to translate the lyrics and sort of make it make sense in Spanish. We had a very fun afternoon doing that, and we are like, okay, we're just gonna release both versions, and now we play it together on tour every time we perform. Actually, Kat gets from the drums away, which is very much her comfort space, and she sings with me, and she's been getting better and better and better, more confident.
And instead, what do you recall of your participation at the Eurovision Song Contest?
I mean, to me, it left like a very warm memory in a sense that like I was it was a very happy time for me. I was performing a lot in general. It was stressful in one way, but also like for me, the negative things often go away with time, right? So now it's like a very nice memory of being like of doing something that I really genuinely love, and feeling very supported actually right after, even though like the I didn't make the final, I still felt very supported by everyone, and that's a very nice feeling.
And what the Eurovision means to you?
To me, Eurovision is very much about community, be it within the artists, but also the fan base as well, because I feel like a lot of people that look or like watch Eurovision every year, they're very much into it and very connected between each other.
There's something you don't like instead about the Eurovision.
There's a lot of drama around it. Always. And everyone has an opinion, and everyone is screaming it loudly, and they can change the opinion within a few minutes. And it's just like, woo, a roller coaster. Which at first, when I just started within the community, I was like, oh my God. And I was very affected by it. But then after some time, you get used to it, and you're like, okay, well, it is what it is.
And which is instead the aspect of your music that makes you more proud of?
One more time, please. It lagged for a second.
Sure. What is the aspect of your music that makes you more proud?
Oh, the aspect of my music that makes me most proud. I think that it's all very much coming from me, from the heart. In a way that, like, for example, even my Eurovision song wasn't really created fully for Eurovision, which I mean kind of backfired, right? But like it wasn't really created for Eurovision, and it's like staying true to the artistry, staying true to what I do. I'm also still fully independent, so I'm doing everything, like majority of things myself. And while it's hard, I believe there is a thing to be proud of as well. And I'm very much connected with the fans that listen to the music, and like we even message sometimes. So I'm quite proud of like the established relationship as well.
So I assume that there's much of your personal experiences in your music.
Yeah, very much so. It's very much about what I'm living through, how I'm feeling, and just I also kind of hope that it translates into the lyrics.
Yeah. And what's your opinion about the artificial intelligence in music?
I am the biggest hater of that. I think that like AI, can it do my chores? Can it clean for me? Perfect. Can it analyze data that we've collected? Perfect. But if anything art related, creativity related, I am unfortunately the biggest hater of that. If it gives you some inspiration or some ideas, maybe like if you put in and you ask ChatGPT for prompts like what is a good topic to write a song about, and then write from your own ideas and heart, I can still get behind that. But I'm a hater of AI art, and in all genres, to be honest, in music and art and posters and in everything.
And since you've been playing in Italy for the Eurofesta, there's something you know about Italian music.
Well, I don't know too much. Of course, I mean, I am gonna be very, very basic. I know Måneskin, of course. But not that much, unfortunately.
Yeah, and about the country in general, about Italy, what else do you know?
I mean, I do know something. That depends. What do you mean?
In general, whatever you know, but
Food culture,
food,
just like
places.
everyone, of course. Food culture as general. I mean, I've been to both Rome and Milan, traveled a bit. I love the architecture and walking around and all of the historical aspects. Does my brain remember much of it? No, but was it beautiful and an amazing experience? Absolutely, yes.
And
So
if you
that's
should, yeah, if you should describe Aiko's music to someone who doesn't know you, how would you describe it?
I quite like calling it dramatic pop in a way because it's alternative, but it's still quite pop, and it has this sort of like cinematic feel to it, and I love thinking that people that are listening to it on their headphones are feeling sort of like the main characters and very much immersed into the world of my music. So that's dramatic pop, I'd say.
And about your approach to the international music scene, there are some markets you are more interested to where you want to be more famous, and why, if so?
I think I've moved from the Czech Republic to the UK, and that was for a reason that like it felt like the place to be musically, just because still I feel like in many countries, especially like for example now I've been exploring Spain because Kat, my partner, is Spanish, and a lot of countries still have it that like yes, of course you listen to international music, but local music and local languages is still very much prominent and prevalent, which should be that way. I love that local languages are still very important. Um, I felt like it's more natural for me to create in English, and that's why I moved to the UK because speak in English here, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like moving to the US. I went here to study when I was 19 and I just sort of stayed. And it's still very much like a target to first establish myself here and then spread out into other countries as well.
About your creations, there's a song that you're more attached to, and why, if
Hmm.
so?
All of them, to be honest, of course, because I create all of them. Um, I have to say, Hunger feels quite personal in a way where I feel like we've all, like a lot of women that I've spoken to have lived through that. That's one. Um, Actually, Opposites Don't Attract is one of very personal songs that's like very like describing my relationship at the time, which I was very frustrated and very sad, let's say. But sad moments make good songs, so these two.
Instead, what's been more challenging in creating your last single, Shotgun?
What was challenging about it?
Yeah, if there's something.
Mm, I think mm, it's more pop than I'm used to. So actually, the challenging aspect of it was the singing bit because we were recording and Steve, the person that produced the music with, he was like, "Okay, but you got to put it in the front of your mouth and it's gonna sound better, and you have to enunciate, and it's like it's a bit of a different like vocal feeling to it, and it took me quite some time to like adjust within my body where to place the sound. It was an interesting experience because it was the first time that he had to navigate me through the way of singing, and it took some time. And he was like, "Oh yeah, now you've got it. Now you've got it."
And last but not least, I'd ask you a message to our audience to invite them all at the Eurofest on the 13th of December.
Hello, lovely people. Of course, everyone should attend Eurofesta on the 13th of December. I promise that I will learn some phrases in Italian by then, and it will be super fun.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Aiko, for being with us, and see you at the Eurofesta.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.